He's a joke about him not having clothes on. Stupid. The Last Ronin, Battle Damaged, which you've had a Battle Damaged... Wait, no. First Battle Damaged, Armored, Unarmored. Now you got this guy. Look, if you're not familiar with the Last Ronin comics, you should probably get into them, especially since they have the Lost Years, and those figures are coming now. Soon. This year? Next? It doesn't matter. Let's look at this guy. That's why we're here. Side of the box, I think. I don't know. There's so many pieces to go along here. Is this a new collage mural thing? Doesn't matter. Back of the box, you got some figure shots. Really dark, but that's okay. That's why we're here in person to look at them with our eyeballs on camera. That doesn't make sense. Bottom of the box, you got all the people involved, which, you know, these two always crushing it. And then some names that I don't know. So that's good. We got new artists involved. Let's make friends with those people as well. And this guy runs 34. The collector life, everything falls over. This guy runs $34.99 unless you buy him at Walmart. He's only $34.96. So save the money while you can. Now, when you slide, oh, I didn't even look at the flap. What am I, an idiot? So that's what he looks like in that big shot. And you would have seen him in there, but guess what? Now I took it out. So you don't see it that way, but it's kind of like this. So looking pretty good right out of the box. I knew that though, because I've watched other reviews because I'm super late to the game. So why are you even here? Why? It's not too often with NECA you get layers of stuff in a box, but he's super big, and this is honestly a good value for a NECA item. Usually the big beefy boys like this can start to go up in price. There's an R on there. Yeah, there you go. You just look for your brain. You just use your brain hole, and then you just look. And if you haven't noticed, the lights are because we're on theme, I think, a little bit here. There's a lot of cyberpunk looking future stuff with this comic. Some of the panels, obviously, not this one. So this is technically off-brand. Okay, well, I love this thing already, and we just started, but you get a good amount of accessories that aren't accessories. What am I trying to say? The fact that you get 4 head sculpts with this thing is great. So very happy to see that. We've got some variety. You got alternate arms, hands, things. Let's just start over here with the hands. So you get this big old gripping hand, which is probably going to be ideal for holding something. Or it's just a relaxed hand to be relaxed. I'm so stupid. Then you get this gripping hand, which does look like it's going to hold a staff or some kind of weapon, even though he doesn't have any of that, as you can see. We'll look at the box. We'll also, have fun, because why should you be limited to the panels that this guy comes from, right? So maybe you do want to have him like that, but also with some weapons. Now you have that opportunity. You also get a left and right hand of this, the kind of flat hand. I wouldn't say it's relaxed. This is pretty flat, which is probably ideal for either the book or for holding the tea kettle, but whatever, we can just live our best lives. You get an alternate right arm, which as you can see comes with tons of bandages all over him because this is Battle Damaged Ronin. So there you go. And this one on the left side, some more bandages, looks really cool. The details are ridiculous. I love the way this thing looks. The double jointed elbows and the textures and everything. This is really, really good. And if you love Ninja Turtles, which I would assume you do because you're here and you're watching this thing, click the link down in the description. Go over to my Ko-fi store. There's all kinds of turtle stuff over there, especially in the toon realm of things. So check that out, support the channel, and have something nice for yourself to upgrade your dios. Here is the tea cup, or whatever you want it to be. I don't know. Again, don't be limited to the freaking panels, man. Live your best life. And you get the tea kettle itself, which doesn't open, but that's okay. Whatever. That would have been pretty extreme for such a small thing. But the details here are really nice, and I like the bronze color here, where it's kind of metallic, makes it look like metal compared to the rest of it, which is really, really cool. And then, of course, this looks like it's ceramic. This is such a nice piece for such a small little thing. It's crazy. And you get this book, which, as you can see, there's all kinds of moves in here, some awesome moves, so you can learn yourself how to be a ninja master. Just follow the simple steps as provided here. And on the back side of it, look at that leather. It's so cool. I like this. I like the textures and stuff. This is a really good looking piece, which is no surprise. This line has been the best, aside from the movie Turtles, I guess. The overall, everything's a hit. line is this. Everything looks good. Maybe not that Karai, but it does look good. Alternate heads in the box, you got this one, which is pretty angry. He's screaming, he's yelling because he spilled that tea all over him, and it was very hot tea. Now you can see there's a little bit of misprint here. Those dark spots for his skin have kind of got shifted somewhere along the lines. I wonder if this is for everybody or just on mine. Another head sculpt in here is this kind of, I don't know, man, like gritting teeth. It's kind of smiling, pretty sweet looking though. Like the details here. Again, all the things from the raised up areas have been shifted. Not all of them, I guess, some of them. Like that one's shifted, but this is also looking at it like, you know, shoving it into the camera and taking a look that way, where with your human eyes, it's not nearly as noticeable. You also get this one, which is kind of more of like a shocked look. I love this one. This is nice. So having expressions in the box is always a big win for me. Looking at the main figure himself, I mean, this guy is beefy, man. Look at this. This is like a steroid turtle. Has anybody made that joke yet? Probably Mad Hatter. This looks so freaking good, man. I can't get over it. Like the sculpting is really top of the line. And then of course the paintwork on top of that. But good Lord, this is so good. So much texture in here. This is such a nice thing. And all I'm doing is basically, if you'll find out by watching this channel, is all I do is repeat myself and say how good it looks. This is awesome. It's so good. Such an idiot. I guess the big thing here is going to be, what's his articulation looking like? I mean, he's got this big old body cut in here, so that might be helpful. The fact that the shell is not attached to him, that's going to be helpful, but obviously don't pull it down because then you mess it up like I kind of just did. Let's just start at the top here. So the head, it's got some nice movement there. It looks up pretty good down the arms. I mean, again, you don't have any pads here, so double jointed elbows are really working well for this guy. This is nice. The shell doesn't have any movement, but that's okay. The shell and the top half are attached, and the bottom half is its own thing. It twists so much that it doesn't work again, but the fact that you can, so I mean, if you work it well enough, I'm sure for shots and stuff and poses, you can have a nice setup. You got a little bit of crunch, nothing crazy, which of course, I mean, it's a turtle, so you can't expect anything wild, but probably more than you would have thought seeing them in the box. And then the legs have some good splits. This is the best ball joints for rotations and stuff. And then you got double jointed knees, which are working real well. Huge, thick joints, and he still has some nice range. So that's really good. And then of course the standard articulation on the ankles. He's got worms under his skin, so hopefully there's a cure for that. I'll leave a link down in the description for these things. So they're pretty cool. They got a lot of different settings, but this, man, so nice. And just so you know how great this Last Ronin line is, click the top link there to watch some more figures from this line. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.